Where was I? Put down this tape recorder for just a second and lost my train of thought. I'm not sure who is ever going to listen to this, but this story, our story, is something that should be remembered. So here I am with this tape recorder that's so old it probably was my Uncle Ben's, talking to a girl that just like that thought I lost. Can't get it back again. People stay with you for as long as you remember them. I don't want to forget you, Gwen Stacy. Stay with me.
The pal.
The Green Goblin was dead. There it was, in black and white.
This ain't no London library. That's 2 bits for the paper.
With all the news I make for J. Jonah Bonehead, you think I'd get a free subscription?
Yeah, whatever. 25 cents or call a cop.
Of course, you've got to question anything you read in the Daily Bugle. After all, according to them, I'm a menace. Me.
Thanks. You can keep the change.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Everybody's a comedian.
Let me see that newspaper.
Mister, for 25 cents you can own your very. Take it. I'm just trying to make a living.
Quiet. Then it is true. The Green Goblin is dead. Then that's bad for me. And worse for Spider-Man.
I knew that the man who was the Goblin wasn't dead. He was Norman Osborn. And Norman Osborn was resting comfortably in a hospital bed with apparently no memory of his dual life. More importantly, he didn't remember that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Now, if I wasn't about to take the Daily Bugle's word, I certainly wasn't about to take the word of Norman Osborn himself. So I regularly, unintentionally, dropped by to visit Norman. And, oddly enough, more and more became friends with his son Harry. The closer I got to Harry at the hospital, that meant back at college, the closer I got to you.
Do you like what you see?
Hi, Gwen.
The chemical reaction you got when you added the catalyst to the polymers? Did you get the reaction you expected?
At this point, Gwen, I'm not sure what to expect.
Okay, I admit, that wasn't the smoothest. You should try talking to Gwen Stacy sometime and see how you do. Just because I had spider sense didn't mean I had common sense.
Well, maybe we could, or should, study together.
Sure, how about tonight?
8 o'clock? The Silver Spoon?
You have to understand, I was just making the transition from Peter Parker bookworm to Pete's not such a bad guy. And not everyone was willing to go along with the plan.
Ooh, and Flash Thompson picks off Parker's forward pass.
More like pass interference, Flash.
I'd say it's offsides for sure.
Watch yourself, Parker. Just because Harry gives you a hall pass doesn't mean you get a free ride.
Uh-oh, 2 metaphors in one day. Flash, careful, you don't want to hurt yourself.
Mr. Parker,
Professor Warren?
do you got something you want to share with the class?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Maybe if I separate you from your little social club back there, the rest of us could get some work done.
See you later, Parker. Like in another lifetime.
Flash, does anything ever get through that football helmet that you have permanently strapped to your head?
You've got me wrong, gorgeous. When Flash is off the field, the helmet gets stored.
Along with what's in it.
And I remember being foolish enough to think, let's fall in love. It was silly, really. Impossible. Gwen Stacy interested in me?
Can you believe they're gonna let that thing into a courthouse?
Everybody gets his day. They don't know how to get that suit off. So he goes as he goes.
Hate to think what happens if he wakes.
As if my life weren't complicated enough, I knew that if I wanted to seriously take a run at dating you, Gwen, I'd have to be able to, well, pay for the dates. It wasn't just that either. I had college and the motorcycle and Aunt May and... That meant my weekly go-around with Jonah Jameson.
What's it with you and money, Parker? Didn't I just pay you last week?
Sure, and that was for the pictures I took last week. What about the ones from this week? Look, Mr. Jameson, all I'm asking for is an advance so my Aunt May doesn't have to worry about the bills.
Listen, kid. I used to have an aunt who worried about money all the time, too.
Really? What happened to her?
She died!
Hello, Peter. Don't let Jonah bring you down. His heart is in the right place.
Yeah, it's someone else's body.
Look, the Rhino just busted out of Midtown and is staring up Broadway.
The Rhino?
You got us some good photos, and I'll speak to Jonah.
I won't let you down, Robbie.
I know you won't, Peter. I know you won't.
You see, this was the so-called comedy of my life. I wanted to date a girl, like Gwen, but didn't have the money. I could only get the money, but only if I took some photos of the Rhino beating the snot out of me.
I want Spider-Man!
Anyway, I did the math.
Yeah!
It was worth it.
Geez, Rhino, if you want to get together, you don't have to wreck the city. You could do what all other supervillains do. Just send flowers with a note. Although a candygram was always nice.
There really wasn't known much about the Rhino at the time. He was unbelievably strong. Maybe the strongest guy that I ever fought up until then.
You think because of my size that I am slow?
No! I think because of your size, you ought to lay off the fast food. If you ask me, do I look fat in this outfit? You're not gonna like what I have to say.
This hide is what makes me the Rhino! This hide is what's going to kill you!
Well then, let's use you out of that old thing and into something more practical. Like a tutu. Gotta hand it to you, Rhino. You really brought down the house.
That was a pretty brave thing, going on one-on-one with that monster.
Thanks. Do me a favor and write a letter to the Daily Bugle.
What's that?
I'm not sure. It looks like a piece of the Rhino's hide. Look, can you guys hold down the fort while I go check this out?
Take your time. He's not going anywhere.
Don't be so sure. I'll be back as soon as I can.
I took the problem to Dr. Curt Connors. Poor Doc. If my life is made out of bad things turning good, his was the opposite. How else does a devoted family man who wanted to only regenerate his missing arm become the very thing that would keep him from his wife and son?
What you think, Doc?
I think I know what we're dealing with here. It's a pretty sophisticated manipulation of actual rhinoceros DNA and something similar to Kevlar or adamantium. Self-replicating, not unlike the genetic mutation that brought about my own problems.
Can we separate the DNA bond? Introduce a catalyst that would create a chemical reaction with the two polymers?
I keep forgetting that you have a background in science.
Actually, that was courtesy of a pretty girl I know. How's your lady and the boy?
They're well, thank you. In fact, I'm confident enough about my condition that I've invited them up from Florida next week. I'd like to show them the city.
Doc, in order to help me, you'll need to come in contact with the same chemicals.
That may or may not turn me into the lizard. You said people's lives are at stake so long as the Rhino runs free.
Sure, but...
Then I'd say it's worth it, wouldn't you?
You can't run from me, Spider-Man! I'll find you if I have to bring the whole city down to do it!
Hold it right there, young man. I'll leave you alone for a few minutes and look at the mess you've made. You're not going anywhere until you've cleaned this all up. Then we're gonna have a little talk about your allowance. You're in a lot of trouble, son. Uh-oh.
Enough! Itsy, bitsy, spider. Gah! What's happening to me?
Well, what do you know? Down came the rain and washed the Rhino out. Hope you like the special webbing a friend and I cooked up for you. I know it's not quite cupcakes, But didn't we talk about watching your weight? That's what I just realized, Tubby. For all your talk, you're not so tough. You're just a big bully. I know something about being bullied. More than anybody my age should know.
That night I had aches and pains in places I didn't think I could have aches and pains. But I had beaten the Rhino, maybe the strongest brute out there this side of the Hulk. And all I could think about was how a little innocent comment from Gwen had won the day. Maybe it was only going to be a study session, but the way I looked at it, every second I could spend with Gwen, I was the luckiest guy in town.
Alright, Aunt May. I'll be back later, so don't wait up. Or stand there. Aunt May, is there something wrong?
Wrong? Oh, heavens no. I was just thinking how handsome you look.
Yeah, but who'd notice when I'm standing next to the prettiest girl east of the Mississippi?
It's just that you took so much time to get ready, and here you are. All just to meet Mary Jane Watson.
I did?
Oh, Peter, you're too funny. Why, here she is now.
Mary Jane Watson, Anna Watson's niece. The sort of girl I pictured as, she has very nice friends, and she makes homemade soup, and she can knit. Believe me, all that was on my mind was how long could it take. I'd be polite and greet this nice whatever, and be on my way, and maybe, just maybe, I'd be a little late, and Gwen would understand. How long
Peter, this is Mary Jane Watson.
could it
You're Mary Jane Watson?
take?
Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot.
And all at once, Gwen? I didn't think that you would understand at all.